Welcome to Julie the Thrifty Designer. Today I'm going to show a small amount of decorating my coffee table for Easter, and I'm also going to do a small reading from a book. It's called Through the Kitchen Door that my mother gave me years ago, and it comforted me throughout my whole life here. And I'm hoping that it'll be words of comfort for all of you as well. Well, today I would like to do some reading of something that is very special to me. It's a book that my mother gave me years ago, and I made photocopies of it, and I'm so glad because the actual little book itself has just disappeared. But it has brought me some great comfort through the years. It's just a peaceful reading. And if you'll stay tuned till after I get done reading, I am going to show you a little bit of decorating that I did on my coffee table. But from here, I want to still do some encouraging, quiet, peaceful feeling things in this uncertain time. I know I'm not doing total decorating like I normally do, but I also feel so much of us out there are so stressed and so frightened and just don't even know what to do or how to calm ourselves down. So I figured if I gave us a few minutes here of some poetry, actually, that maybe will be restful to your soul. Now, it's not just cultural poetry. It is actually, it's a cookbook that my mother gave me many years ago, and the cover of my copy is even missing. But it was called Through the Kitchen Door. And I just kind of want to read you the poems in this, and I'm hoping that it'll be a moment of quiet reflection and just a moment to take your mind at rest. So here we go. Through the Kitchen Door. The lights of home, they bring us a sense of warmth and peace. They promise untold loveliness, rest, laughter, and release. They are hands that beckon us and arms that draw us near. The lights of home, they whisper words of comfort and good cheer. My kitchen. This is my kitchen where meals I prepare, well seasoned in old-fashioned brown earthenware. My daily haven of joy and bliss, where everyday toil finds happiness. This is my kitchen of honey and spice. Here in my cupboards stand glassware and rice. This is where duty sways with the sun and laughter is shared by everyone. This is my kitchen where abundant love is in accord with the master above, where neighborly spirits seem to abide and a heartly greeting invites you inside. Kitchen garden. A row of onions raising up their head, green peppers in their special beds. Long rows of carrots, cucumbers, and chards make such a lovely showing in the yard. A hill of beans with crisp, transparent stalks, borders of thyme and sage along the walks. A row of chives, leafy in lettuce in a leafy clump, a bed of radishes, rosy and plump. Tomato plants stacked up in tidy rows to protect them from the wind that blows. Long rows of turnips, neat and trim, for all the world like ladies, cool and prim. For he who tills a garden comes to know that there is magic in a tiny row of sprouting beans and miracles seen present everywhere, bright and serene. Making donuts. The kitchen with its well-scrubbed floor, hollyhocks outside the open door, the curtains moving in the breeze that blew from Mother's cherry trees, the patch of lettuce in the back, the plum trees. Oh, there's no lack of memories. While here I stand and labor with a practiced hand, making donuts. Perhaps when you have grown up at last, these quaint old customs will have passed. You will never know the bliss of a simple, joyous hours like this. But there will be a farmhouse still on some far isolated hill, where one will stand as a mother stood, so generous, so sweet, so good, making donuts. Childhood days. How I remember Saturdays in the days long gone by, when Mother in the kitchen was baking bread and pie. How anxiously I waited for the bread and pie to bake. Then Mother took a mixing bowl and began the chocolate cake. She beat the eggs and sugar well and added other things. Then with a big spoon stirred it till the batter stood in rings. The batter looked delicious as she placed it in the pan, then set the bowl on the table. That's when our fun began. I remember as though 'twere yesterday how my mother, gentle soul, would smile and look at me and say, "Now you can lick the bowl." My kitchen prayer. God bless my little kitchen. I love its every nook. And bless me as I do my work, wash pans and pots and cook. And may the meals that I prepare be seasoned from above with thy great blessing and thy grace, but most of all, thy love. As we partake of earthly food, the table before us spread, we'll not forget to thank the Lord who gave us daily bread. So bless my little kitchen, God, and those who enter in. May they find naught but joy and peace and happiness therein. Happiness. The kettle hummed a greeting. The kitten stretched and meowed. The rocking chair invited. The babies smiled and cooed. A pinafore enveloped the mother young and fair. And toys much loved and cherished were scattered here and there. Geraniums were blooming in pots along the sill, and curtains fluttered gaily, for they were edged in frill. A bowl of bright red apples stood upon a shelf of pine, and fancy cups and saucers display a rose design. Bright braided rugs were scattered upon a polished floor, while sunshine streamed through the windows and also through the door. The gingerbread was baking. Its luscious fragrance filled the air, and the room seemed filled with magic, for happiness is everywhere. Kitchen magic. When gray days or viruses sometimes leave you at a loss for what to do, fill your house with warmth and fragrance. Bake a pie, a cake, or two. Make some heart-shaped sugar cookies or creamy pudding fine. A batch of fudge or brownies helps to pass the gloomy time. A tin of golden muffins or some loaves of fresh baked bread, I am sure will be more pleasing than some store-bought bread instead. What a thoughtful, cheery greeting for your loved ones at the door when they sniff your homemade goodies, wafted welcome evermore. Cherry pie. Now's the time for memories of Grandma's cherry pie. Brown crusts and spice and sugar and juicy fruit piled high. 'Twas baked in a big oven along with 3 or 4. Their wonderful aroma came floating out the door. We watched through all the making and often got a taste. Each bite was so delicious, not one must go to waste. We helped to pick the cherries, that made it extra good. For heat to do the baking, we carried in the wood. We saw the dough mixed quickly, how fast the rolling pin smoothed it out. So nice and round, just right to fit the tin. The firm drift fingers worked, and soon each crimson sapphire was ready to be covered with sugar and with spice. The top would then be dotted with cinnamon here and there, and the lattice upper crust was put in place with care. And when 'twas time for dinner, how everyone would beam as Grandma cut the cherry pie and poured the rich, thick cream. Time wanted. I think this one is apropos for what's happening right now. Time to have my close friends in to drink a cup of tea, virtually anyway. Time to read the book of verses my sister sent to me. Time to sort my linens out and stack them in neat rows. Time to look my scrapbook o'er and work with rhyme and prose. Time to bake some muffins for the boy who mows our lawn. Time to listen to the lark at morning's early dawn. Time to cut pink roses for a neighbor living near. Time to plan the garden I have wanted for a year. Time to breakfast leisurely and scan the paper through. Time just to do the things I really want to do. I think we have that time right now. Baked apples. Baked apples in a pan of blue, all syrupy and golden brown, with cinnamon and nutmeg too. And drifts of sugar melted down upon the kitchen table stood, and I detected in the air a scent so wholesome and so good, I could not match it anywhere. I remember how I stood, a little child, beside the cheery kitchen fire. These homey things my heart beguiled. Of simple joy, one does not tire. The old home seems so near today, because a little girl of mine come rushing in from school to say, "Baked apples, my, they smell so fine." The cookie jar. You may talk about your vases, just how beautiful they are, but to me, there's nothing nicer than a well-filled cookie jar. Ginger cookies, raisin cookies, some with walnuts, some with spice, orange cookies, chocolate cookies. Why, I think they're all so nice. and that cookie jar of mother's stands upon the pantry shelf. When I am hungry, she will tell me I may go help myself. Yes, I've seen some handsome vases, brought from near and brought from far, but there's nothing that is prettier than a well-filled cookie jar. Day's end. The lights go on, one by one. When darkness falls, the day is done. They send a greeting, cheery and bright, across the fields to neighbors near, whispering low, good night, good night. Now I hope you found some enjoyment out of this sweet little book that I have right here. I have read it at least 30 years. It was given to me right away. I love it. I found it at my mother's house and she said I could have it. And through troublesome times throughout my life, I picked that little book up. And somehow or another, the words, the poems in that just brought me some comfort. So during this trying time right now, I just want to encourage you to spend time finding things that is relaxing. Instead of being fretting and worried about what's going on, make some cookies, make some bread, make a cherry pie. You know, just spend some time doing things that you don't normally have time to do. Enjoy your time. I want y'all to know that I have two people in my family, my husband and my daughter, that are essential workers. They are out every day working in this. But I don't have, I'm concerned, but I'm not worried. I have really not the fear. I know the Lord is near, and He is protecting us. So I just want you to know that I don't turn on the news. I will turn on if the president's speaking or our local governor or mayor, so we know what's happening that we should do. But I'm not frightening myself with the news. It repeats itself over and over, and to me the news is just trying to scare you. It's out there. I pray for the families that have lost their loved ones. But statistic-wise, people have lost more loved ones to just the common flu than that they actually have with this. If you look that up, you will find that to be true. They are trying to mess with numbers, but truthfully, it really is. We have just as many losses. So my heart goes out to anyone that's lost anyone through anything, whether it's a car accident or illnesses or cancer or heart attacks. When it's your time to pass away, excuse me, it's your time. So that's why I want to encourage all of you to please make sure your heart is right with God, because you never know when that day will come. But meanwhile, I don't want to spend my days worrying about something that may never happen for me and my household. So with this, please take a few minutes and just enjoy your home and your loved ones together. Spend time actually communicating and having a good time. Play a board game. Watch your favorite movies together. Spend time with each other and enjoying each other. Cook that fancy meal you haven't been able to do for a long time because you're always at work. Whatever. Spend time enjoying this time. It's a time to rest. I believe that that's what it is for us. Yes, some people are not resting because they are ill. And like I said, my prayers still go to all of them. And that the Lord will comfort them and their family and heal them. That the rest of us that are not sick, let's have peace in our heart. And I hope my book was able to just give you a moment of just reflection and a time to have some peace. Now, I am showing how I decorated. Well, it's not a decorate with me. I've already decorated. But I'm showing my coffee table downstairs and how I made it for Easter. It's really just pretty and simple. And here I didn't do a whole lot, but I put a simple little garden bunny and a thankful and blessed with a cross on it. And just a simple little something for us to see for Easter right here. So everyone take the time to enjoy your time off and have peace in your heart. and I hope you will enjoy seeing my coffee table. Well, this is how I've decorated my coffee table, which, by the way, needs to be painted. I got it from a thrift store, and, well, actually a garage sale, and it had been out in the weather, and it was no stain on it or anything, so I painted it. Well, it needs to be painted again, or I just need a new one. But anyway, let's show you what I have done for my coffee table. Let's just start with the beautiful tray right here. It's got the candle. And then I have this beautiful bunny that I got from my local grocery store. And actually, it's got a flower right here because his ear is broken. And I just thought, I wonder how much they're discounting for. Since his ear is broken, maybe I can figure something else out with it. So I went to the cashier and I said, well, his ear is totally broken. How much do you think you can take off for it and give it to me for? And he goes, about 49 cents. And I went, sold. So for right now, I just stuck a little flower in there. I think it looks really cute. And then again, I still have the little creamer pitcher here with the beautiful purple flowers and the pink flowers. They came from like Dollar Tree and the Walmart picks. And I think it looks really pretty in the tray. And I found this adorable bunny. I think he's so cute. It's a mama. She's with her baby. Just absolutely precious. I love it. I can't remember. I think I got it from the thrift store. I don't remember for sure. And I don't have a price on it, so I can't remember. But isn't she so cute with her little baby? I just think it's so precious. Just adds to this little Easter feel. And then, of course, I still have my flower arrangement that's all the beautiful spring bouquet. Like, I just went out and cut a bunch of spring flowers and brought them in. So this is how my coffee table looks for Easter. Isn't it pretty? I like how it looks. Nice and springy and happy. Well, I hope I was able to give you some comfort and some peace and just time of reflection and figuring out things you can do to relax and be at peace. And then I hope you liked how I decorated my little coffee table. I think it's just simple and cute, just fun for spring and Easter. So all of you out there, you take care and God bless and happy decorating.